Hi everyone, my name is Tran. I'm a second-year AUD student at the University of Texas at Dallas. I'm excited to be presenting my poster entitled Performing Listening Checks on Remote Microphone Technology Connected to Cochlear Implants. First of all, I'd like to thank my mentor, Dr. Thibodeau, and my co-authors, Allison, Woodford, and Kitrie, Howell, for all their assistance with this project. For the purpose of this presentation, I'll be referring to remote microphone technology as RMT and cochlear implants as CI. To optimize the listening advantage provided by RMT in multiple settings, it is important to perform a listening check when fitting CI and RMT systems to verify the output and overall sound quality of the system. Unlike the universal listening check protocol for hearing aids, which simply needs a listening tube, the protocol for listening check of CI varies by the different connections between the CI and the RMT, as well as the manufacturer and the model of the speech processors. For the three most current on-the-ear speech processors, one from each cochlear implant manufacturer, Medel, Cochlear, and Advanced Bionics, this study aimed to provide a guide of connectivity options and the corresponding setup for listening checks with and without RMT. It also aimed to identify smartphone app features for checking connectivity and CI function. The RMT connectivity options for each speech processor is displayed in Table 1. We can see some common options across all three speech processors, such as an induction neck loop in any compatible phonak or Oticon mic system, or a system including a phonak Roger X receiver and any Roger mic. The installation method of the Roger X receiver varies with the speech processor as specified in the fourth column of this table. Other than these common options, specific integrated receivers have been produced for each of the speech processor to be compatible with any Roger mic. In particular, the Roger 21 is produced for the Medel Sonnet 2, the Roger 20 is made for the Cochlear Nucleus 7, and the Roger Direct is for the Advanced Bionics Naida or Sky Marvel CI. Proprietary options are also available, including the Medel AudioLink or the Cochlear Mini Mic 2 or 2 Plus. To approach the different ways of performing listening check across manufacturers, we presented the protocol and the required equipment in 3 steps. Step 1 is to verify function of the RMT using headphones or the Phonak MOX audio checker with attached headphones as pictured, which is used to check the integrated receivers unique to each speech processor. This requires compatible Phonak adapters, which I will discuss more in the results. Step 2 is to verify function of the speech processor without RMT. And lastly, step 3 is to verify function of the speech processor when receiving signal from the RMT. In steps 2 and 3, specific CI manufacturers' adapters are required with attached headphones to perform a listening check. Now, let's go through the protocol for each speech processor separately. So for the Medel Sonnet 2, step 1, to listen to the RMT, if you're using an induction neck loop, you simply plug in the compatible headphones into the induction neck loop and listen to the audio signal coming to the transmitter's microphone. If you want to verify the Roger 21, you need to attach it to its adapter, then plug them into the MOX audio checker, like picture. You can then listen via headphones attached to the MOX audio checker to verify that the audio signal is transmitting properly. Verification of a Roger X receiver doesn't need an adapter, as it can be plugged directly into the MOX audio checker and listen via the attached headphones. Illustration of the setup can be found in the protocol for the Advanced Bionics speech processor. For step 2, listen to the speech processor without the RMT involves the following procedures. First, connect the Sonnet microphone test device adapter and headphones to the Sonnet microphone test device. Make sure to turn the Sonnet microphone test device volume to minimum. Then activate the monitoring mode in the audio key to smartphone app, or press the M button for more than 2 seconds on the fine tuner remote control, or press the MT button for more than 1.5 seconds on the fine tuner Echo remote control. After that, center the Sonnet 2's cord on the Sonnet microphone test device adapter. Lastly, provide audio signal to the speech processor's microphone and check the quality using the attached headphones. Moving on to step 3. Listen to the speech processor when receiving audio signal from the RMT. The protocol follows step 2 with specific setup depending on the receiver chosen. If you have an induction neck loop system, the speech processor has to be in the telecoil program. If you have a Roger 21, make sure it's installed on the speech processor correctly in place of the regular battery pack. If you have the Roger X and the FM battery pack cover system, make sure the Roger X is properly attached to the FM battery pack cover and slide onto the speech processor properly. Make sure all these 3 receivers are connected to a transmitter for verification. The Medel audio link simply needs to be connected to the speech processor. After achieving all these setup, you can provide audio input to the transmitter's microphone and listen via headphones attached to the Sonnet microphone test device to verify the signal. So for the Cochlear Nucleus 7, step 1, to listen to the RMT, if you're using an induction neck loop, like mentioned earlier, the sound quality can be checked with the headphones attached to the induction neck loop. Verifying the Roger 20 requires this adapter and the Cochlear Nucleus 7 battery module all attached like the picture. Then plug them into the MLX audio checker and listen to the sound quality coming through the transmitter using the headphones attached. As mentioned, Step 1 for the Roger X receiver will be reviewed in the protocol for the Advanced Bionics NAIDA or Sky Marvel CI speech processor. Step 2. To listen to the speech processor without the RMT. This can be performed with the Cochlear Nucleus 7 monitor earphone adapter connected in between the speech processor and its battery module as you can see in the picture on the left. Then plug in the 3.5mm headphones into the auxiliary jack on the side of the module as you can see in the picture on the right to perform a listening check. Step 3. To listen to the speech processor when receiving audio signal from the RMT. The protocol is similar to Step 2 with the following setup. For an induction neck loop, the speech processor needs to be in the telecoil program. For the Roger 20, it has to be installed on the Nucleus 7 speech processor in this order shown in the picture. The top part of the speech processor, then comes Roger 20, then the monitor earphone adapter, and lastly the battery module. The Cochlear Mini Mic 2 or 2 Plus simply needs to connect to the speech processor for this step. For the Roger X and Cochlear Mini Mic 2 Plus system, ensure that the receiver is properly attached to the Cochlear Mini Mic 2 Plus and both are connected to the speech processor. After establishing the setup, connect the receivers to a transmitter, then provide audio input to the transmitter and listen via the headphones attached to the monitor earphone adapter to verify the sound quality. Lastly, for the Advanced Bionics NAIDA or Sky Marvel CI, Step 1 to listen to the RMT. The protocol for the induction neck loop would be the same with was reviewed earlier for the Medel Sonnet 2 and the Cochlear Nucleus 7. Verification of the Roger X receiver is done by plugging it directly into the MLX audio checker and listening to the audio input to the transmitter via headphones attached to the audio checker. For Step 2, listening check of the speech processor without the RMT can be performed with the M90 listening check module connected in between the speech processor and the Marvel CI battery pack. Then plugging in the 3.5mm headphones into the auxiliary jack on the side of the module as you can see in the picture to perform a listening check. Step 3, listening to the speech processor when connected to the transmitter. The protocol is similar to Step 2 with specific setup as following. The speech processor has to be in the telecoil and mic program for the induction neck loop or the Roger and Direct and mic program when having the Roger X or the Roger Direct as the receivers, making sure all the receivers are connected to the transmitter before providing audio input to the transmitter's mic and listening via the headphones attached to the M90 listening check module to verify the audio signal. For each speech processor, there's a smartphone app that allows checking connectivity and speech processor function. There are the AB Remote app for the Advanced Bionics NAIDA or Sky Marvel CI, the Nucleus Smart app for the Cochlear Nucleus 7 speech processor, and the Audio Key 2 app for the Medel Sonnet 2. For all three apps, you can adjust the volume, change program, check the speech processor's battery life, view the number of hours that a device is worn, and select the audio input to the speech processor. Some features including Find My Processors, Guardian Control, checking speech processor's lock status, and sound check are unique to one app as you can see where the check mark is only under the app that has the feature. This QR code provides a link to a handout with all the information for 3 on-the-ear speech processors reviewed on this poster, and the addition of the listening check protocols for 3 current off-the-ear speech processors, 1 for each manufacturer. You can also find this code at the top right corner of this poster. To conclude, this guide reflects the most up-to-date technology available through March 2021 and provides a valuable resource for parents, CI and educational audiologists, and CI users to help in selecting, fitting, and troubleshooting CI with RMT systems. I'd like to thank all the manufacturer representatives for providing verification of the information on this poster. Here are my references. Thanks for visiting my poster. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me at chi.tran1@utdallas.edu.